What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about running back Bijan Robinson. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about running back Bijan Robinson. And I do believe that Bijan Robinson is currently in elite company. Yesterday, I did read a piece on AtlantaFalcons.com written by beat writer Will McFadden. And it was definitely a great read. He actually mentions Bijan Robinson being amongst the top running backs heading into 2025. And Bijan Robinson last season for our Atlanta Falcons, all-purpose yards, he had 1,887 yards and 15 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson is a very dynamic player. I definitely think at this point you can consider him an elite running back. He's a guy that can do it all, similar to a Marshall Faulk, similar to a LaDainian Tomlinson when he was in the NFL. And in the piece, Will McFadden did mention that Bijan Robinson is one of 3 running backs to have over 2,400 rushing yards and 100 receptions in his first 2 seasons in the NFL. The other 2 guys on that list are Pro Football Hall of Famers and Edgerrin James, who played with the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals, and also LaDainian Tomlinson, who spent most of his time with the San Diego Chargers. So those 2 guys are really, really good running backs when you talk about all-time running backs. And Bijan Robinson is basically currently on a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, Hall of Fame trajectory. He is one of 3 running backs to eclipse those marks. So I definitely think that that was huge. News and things of that nature that just shows how good of a running back and a player that Bijan Robinson is. When I watch Bijan Robinson play, I always mention that he's like a video game character, one of those guys that makes it look easy out there on the field, a guy that has great contact balance, a guy that has speed, size, power, anything that you look for in a running back, good at running routes, has great hands as far as catching the football, very elusive, a guy that can do it all on the field. And another thing that I think is underrated when it comes to Bijan Robinson also is his ability to pass protect. We've seen last year a bunch of different times where they show replays where he stonewalled a linebacker that was trying to get to Kirk Cousins or trying to get to Michael Penix Jr., where he puts his nose in there on the offensive line to help block corners, block safeties that are blitzing and things of that nature, and linebackers. So I definitely think that Bijan Robinson could easily, after this season, be considered the best running back in the NFL. He has guys in front of him currently like the Saquon Barkleys and the Derrick Henrys of the world who's done it year in and year out. And being that he's only a 3rd-year player, I believe in consistency. If you want to call yourself the best, you have to be consistent year in and year out. But Bijan Robinson has showed us through the first 2 years of his young NFL career that he definitely is one of those guys that's going to be a game-breaking type player and possibly a future Hall of Fame type player if he stays on this same trajectory. But one thing that I love about Bijan Robinson is not only the person he is on the field and how dynamic he is on the field, but he's a guy that's very humble off the field and things of that nature. Looks like a guy that's easy to approach off the field because of him being a man of God, being a guy that's very humble. So I definitely think that Bijan Robinson, the sky's the limit. I don't think that he's hit his peak or hit his prime. I definitely think that the ceiling is very high when you talk about things that he can eclipse later on in his career, possibly rushing for a 2,000-yard season, possibly having a 20 touchdown type season because of his abilities. But I definitely think him playing alongside of the great Tyler Algier, who's basically the thunder to his lightning, I think that kind of takes away from some of his stats and things of that nature. Similar to the Jahmyr Gibbs of the world, who's playing alongside Montgomery with the Detroit Lions. They have that two-headed monster. But I really feel like Bijan Robinson is the X factor for our Atlanta Falcons team coming out of the backfield. Similar to a Marshall Faulk, who was with that Greatest Show on Turf team, where his ability to catch the ball, his ability to be that Swiss Army knife and do a lot of different things outside of just running the football made Kurt Warner, made Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holton that team so electric. I really feel like this Atlanta Falcons team has a chance to be like the Greatest Show on Turf 2.0, and that's due to us having a Bijan Robinson on this team, a guy that's a Swiss Army knife, can do a lot of different things for this Atlanta Falcons team. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts with Bijan Robinson. Do you think Bijan Robinson is an elite running back? I definitely think that he's an elite company with guys like Edgerrin James, guys like LaDainian Tomlinson. When you mention names like that, I think of the all-time great running backs of all time. So with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. If you enjoy my content and you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for your boy. But with that being said, as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.